Is Ricky Pearsall a bust? Can the 49ers feel like he can give them something next year? Because he's given them nothing this year.
Yeah, last 5 games, 21 yards totals. Not that's that's
Yeah, I
amazing.
mean, everyone's dunking on Debo. What about Mr. Cardio over
Okay,
here, Ricky Pearsall himself? He's in great
well,
shape,
100%. His cardio's off the it's
off the
amazing.
charts.
Amazing.
Yeah,
He could probably run a marathon, to be honest, right now.
I think he could.
Oh, 100%. But
Yeah,
I think people gotta lay off of him. He got shot, right? But it's like I know that happened a while ago, but he still got shot. Like that's not a normal thing that just happens. A player getting shot. So I think maybe he's still getting used to things. Is that a bad thing? Is like do you
I
think
think it's fair. I think also not only did he get shot, but he missed all but like 4 or 5 days of training camp. And when he was in training
preseason
camp,
too?
he wasn't like full go. So I
No,
think
it was that shoulder.
and with also what they talk about with Kyle's offense with wide receivers, it's so hard because you have to learn all the verbiage and you have to. It's possible that he missed his most important learning stage.
Yeah.
He fell behind. He got shot. It was kind of impossible for him to catch up, and that maybe next year he'll do better. But he better because Lad McConkey was there, and I think most people had Lad McConkey ranked ahead of Pearsall.
Yeah.
And them taking Pearsall was kind of a controversial pick and kind of a Kyle Shanahan special. Like, yeah, I know better. So you got to be right, dude, because you wanted a wide receiver. There were a bunch available, and you shocked people taking this kid. He was not.
No.
Even the Niners didn't give him a first round grade.
I made a reaction video when we drafted him. If I literally was like, why did I don't even know why we drafted a wide receiver, but one thing I think about Pearsall for these next 3 games, you know how we use the hell out of Debo against the Rams?
Yeah.
I think why not do that with Pearsall?
Why
Why
not?
not do that with Ricky Pearsall? We have literally nothing to lose. So why not just give Pearsall the ball a bunch?
The last time Ricky Pearsall had a jet sweep, I think he gained 30 yards.
And that was against the Bucks.
I don't understand Kyle Shanahan. He'll call something that works and everyone will marvel at it. And then he's like, okay, well, I'm not calling that again.
Exactly.
Maybe in 3 years.
Exactly. And I think Pearsall, I think if you gave him the ball the amount that we've given Debo the ball, I think Pearsall's he'd be better than Debo. I don't know if that's a
I
crazy
think so
thing to say.
too. Also, Cowing. What's funny about the Niners is their offense has no speed.
We
It's
don't use
slow.
Cowing.
They're calling double moves for Jauan Jennings. Like, yo,
You're sending Jauan Jennings. You said this before, and I was thinking about it. Do you think Jauan Jennings would be a top 10 wide receiver if he had speed? I think so.
yeah, if he had speed, but he doesn't.
He doesn't, right? So
Yeah.
why on like even that play that Purdy threw it to the end zone, bad throw, whatever. That should have been instead of Jauan Jennings, that should have been Cowing.
Yeah.
That should have been Cowing. I don't know why that was Jauan Jennings.
Because they've called that play for Cowing once in the regular season, once in the preseason, and it went for big gains both times because he's
Purdy underthrew the one. Purdy
he's
underthrew
fast.
the one. Yeah, Purdy underthrew the one against the Chiefs. That
it's Purdy.
Touchdown. But I don't know. I don't know why we're not using both these guys. I think for the last 3 games here, let's use Pearsall and let's use Cowing. We have nothing to lose. We have nothing. I thought Cowing was.
But here's why they won't. Because we told Kyle to do it. And if he were to do it in the last 3 games, and heaven forbid it worked,
yeah,
then it would just bring more attention on him for not doing it earlier. I'm sorry. I know Kyle. You and I know Kyle Shanahan. You know I'm right. You think all of a sudden he's going to throw Jacob Cowing out there against Miami, and Cowing's going to kill it, and Kyle's going to be like, "Oh darn, I should have listened to Maj and Grant weeks ago." He'll never let that happen.
No.
So Jacob, sorry. The reason you're not playing is because we asked. We wanted to see you play. It's our fault.
Grant, I think Jacob Cowing could go onto the field, have a 80-yard reception, and then Shannon be like, you know what? I don't want to use him anymore. And then not use him the rest of the game. That's what kind of happened in the Chiefs game. That should have been oh crap, this guy's actually like he's got speed, he's got hands, he's actually really good. We used him in that final little bit of the Chiefs game. We had that long reception, beautiful. And then that next game, we didn't use him at all. We don't even we barely use him as a punt returner now. We use Debo as a punt returner. Which Debo?
Let me ask you a question, man.
Debo's great.
Who do you think has more targets this season? It's a quiz.
Okay.
Jacob Cowing or Ronnie Bell?
I'm going to say Ronnie Bell. And if it's Ronnie Bell, that's bad.
It's correct. Ronnie Bell has 6. Jacob Cowing has 4. Who do you think has more targets this season? Jacob Cowing or Chris Conley?
There's no way. Chris Conley?
Chris Conley has 7 targets this season, 1 catch, 4 yards. Jacob Cowing has 4 targets this season, 2 catches, 50 yards. I just don't understand that. The guy, you give him no opportunities, and one of the limited ones he gets, he has a big play, and you're like, Chris Conley, you're up.
Yep. I don't understand because what's Cowing? He's fast. He's got good hands.
I can explain it. I can explain it because Kyle Shanahan isn't looking for the best players. He's looking for the guys who know his system the best. So with Conley, I mean, with Cowing, he's a rookie, and maybe there's some times in practice where Kyle will call a play and Cowing's confused because the play is a freaking paragraph.
Yeah.
And so he'd rather go with Chris Conley, who's very smart, has been here a few years and understands the language.
But he sucks.
And that's, to me, another limitation of Kyle Shanahan. Like, you always have to have a system that can get the best players on the field. And if one of your best players is a rookie who's having some issues with the verbiage, you got to help him, man. You got to get him on the field. That's your number one job.
Not even just wide receivers, though. This happened with Brandon Allen and Josh Dobbs. Josh Dobbs is clearly the better quarterback, but why do we play Brandon Allen? Because he knows the system better.
He's been here a year longer. No question about it. And again, like, that's no
But why
reason.
does that matter? Okay, so listen.
It shouldn't matter.
Shanahan's the type of guy, he could have Tom Brady and, I don't know, Mac Jones. But if Mac Jones is in our system longer, he's going with Mac Jones.
Absolutely. And
that doesn't make sense. That literally makes no sense whatsoever. Shanahan, yeah, that's another. Geez, Grant, you're changing my mind a little bit on Shanahan. Everything you're saying is just kind of like, I don't know.
It's like, it's year 8. We know him.
Yeah.
And it's like there's no more surprises left. We've been waiting for him to change and grow forever. Yeah. He won't. He doubles down on everything. And this is the critical offseason for him. This is it. He's as close to being on the hot seat as he's ever been, and he needs to do something different next year. I think most people will agree if he just tries to run it back and hope for better luck, he's going to be out of luck.
Oh, 100%.
So 1,000%. It's going to be really interesting, Kyle. You got it. You're going to have one more year, it seems like. What are you going to do to keep yourself employed? Because you got to do something other than just show up.
Yeah.
Rude Boy says, I'm not struggling, said the blind man. Rafael Flores says, why were Crabtree's numbers down in 2014? Because he was coming off of Achilles.
Yep.
Tear. Spider369 says, funniest thing was watching Purdy try to throw a Hail Mary. The Niners are still a quarterback away from a ring.
That was really funny. That was really, I saw some tweets, like, I don't know who it was. Maybe it was David Lombardi. No, I don't know, but it was someone like, no, it was, I forget who it was. Chase Senior, I think it was. He was like, oh, like on the last play, the Niners, of course, Purdy gets sacked. And then I saw a comment like, well, if he didn't get sacked, he's not throwing that thing in the end zone.
It's true. Now, I don't think Jalen Hurts can throw a Hail Mary either. Haven't we seen him like?
Yeah, Super Bowl, that was the greatest Hail Mary I've ever seen in my life.
That was bad. Eric Sean Hayes says, Kyle Shanahan can come back, but there has to be change in the players, old and new, culture, offensive-minded assistant head coach to help with play calling and sealing games. I agree with that.
I agree.
There's got to be something different.
Yeah. I mean, after losing the Super Bowl last year, we should have changed it up. Like, we lost to the same team again.